Hey everybody, you're going to have to hear me singing today because I don't have any music out here. I've set up shop in the great outdoors. Isn't it beautiful? I love my little neck of the woods. Let me get some sun here. Make sure I'm right. Justin just came up. Everybody get in here. I got something to show you. There's Kathy. Get you water. Everybody get your water. Drop the special surprise. Come on, bend down and get it. I'm in a rocking chair, so I might be moving a little. Here comes my blue tick hound dog. He's not feeling well, y'all. Say a little prayer for Loki. He's losing weight and we don't know why. Anyway, I think Robert may have changed his food and who knows? Who knows? There's my brother-in-law. Laura's in here. We're just all getting in here. Getting in here. Anyway, so we've all been waiting for this day. I haven't had a real one in my hand. I had the mini one in my hand last week and I just did a video. I just edited a video of it. So y'all go over there and order. I gave you 2 links. One to the big calendar and the mini calendar. And look at this. This is our new calendar. Look at this. Isn't it beautiful? It's hot pink. I should have had on a hot pink shirt to go with it, but I didn't know we were going to get it in. We got a bunch in today, and we're getting more tomorrow, so they'll be shipping out ASAP. But look how wonderful this calendar is. It starts in August. I'm going to pull August up. I'm already booking things into next year. This is huge. And the view just kind of popped out back there. When I put the calendar up, that's weird. That is really weird. I put the calendar up and you can see the view. Look at that. I guess I'll have to hold it here the whole time. But look at the views popped out. That's just wonderful. I don't know why it does that. Maybe it's a depth finder or something. Anyway, the calendars have arrived. And it's all good. And I left my questions inside. Oh my goodness. Anyway, maybe Liz can feed me some questions. I don't even have an iPad out here to get them. But I remember one of the questions. And one of the questions was, I don't usually read them ahead of time. But one of the questions was, how do you pack to go on a plane? And all I can say is, I don't know. Because, I'll have to tell you a story. One time, I was packing, Michelle and I always pack one big bag of each. And I haven't flown in a few years. But I packed a great big bag, and then I had my carry-on bag. And I had it Tetrised like you wouldn't believe. I mean, it was absolutely just wonderful. And everything was in there. And I got to the TSA line, and everybody knew me at the airport because we were traveling a lot that fall. And the guy says, well, I have to I have to check your baggage. There's something in here we don't quite know what it was. And it was just an easel to hold my iPad. That's all it was. It was just a little easel. But it looked like a knife or something. I don't know. Anyway, as he's going through it and trying to get it back, I said, don't worry about it. I'll put it all back together. I know how it goes. He said to me, Fly Lady, I know why you don't have any clutter at home. And I said, well, why? He said, it's because you travel with it. So I'm not the world's best person when it comes to packing light to go on a trip. I'm just not that person. Why do you think I like to drive where I'm going? I drive a pickup truck with a camper on it. So, it's kind of hard to pack, but I know how to do it. I just don't do it. So the main thing is, if I rock back, look at there, the view pops out. if so, here's the funny part. Pick out your outfits for everything you're going to be needing it for. Are you going to a special place to eat out? Are you going to need, dressy clothes? There's the wind getting up. What is it you're going to need? Are you going to need bathing suits? Are you going to need, what else? Shorts and slacks and all these things? Just know what you're going to have to do and put whole outfits together. I know people tell you to mix and match and do all that stuff, but the minute you do that, you're gonna feed the girls, and you're gonna have a big old spot on your shirt, and you're not gonna be able to wear it with that other outfit you picked out to go with it. So, and then some people like to roll their clothes and make them into tight little bundles and wrap socks around them and do all. That's great. There's lots of YouTube videos for that. The main thing is you got to pick out your whole outfits, and for the kids too. And you lay the socks in the middle and roll it all up, fold it up, and then roll it up and you let the socks come out and cover it up. It's some fun way. People can pack for. I like to rock, y'all. People can pack for 10 days to go to Europe. My hairdresser just got back from Santorini in Greece, and she absolutely loved it. I didn't ask her how she packed, so I got to look at this calendar. How fun is this? Anyway, let's do our chaos to clean stuff. Today is the 30th. It's the last day of, this is next to the last day. And the light's hitting the book just right. I love it when that happens. Chaos to clean. Get your books ordered. And here we go. To stay organized, check your calendar twice a day. Now, right now, I want you to go grab your calendars and check and see if there's any birthdays for next month. You know what I'm talking about, because we let birthdays slip up on us. I have a grandson whose birthday is the first day of December. He'll be 17 in December. And if I don't look at my calendar beforehand, I won't forget, but I'm liable to. You never know. So check your calendars for any birthdays for next month. And, and if you think of any new babies that are born, I write their birth dates on the calendar right when they're born. So here you go. Here's your calendar. Get your calendar ordered. The link is, you can't miss it. And then let's see what the quote is for this day. Make it a family rule. If you don't put it on the calendar, it won't happen. That's a double negative, but I don't care. Developing effective calendar habits is going to reduce your stress. Imagine that, a habit for your calendar. So check it twice a day. We get in the habit in the morning, checking your calendar. If there's something you've got to do bright and early in the morning, take a dry erase marker and write it on your mirror in the bathroom. Put a big old X on your mirror with a dry erase marker and get your calendar, to remind you to check your calendar. And that you have a 9 o'clock appointment. You get up at 8 o'clock. Get your calendar checked. Yeah, and it smells good. The world smells good. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, we do use double negatives, but I don't like them. I really don't like them. And I don't like redundancies. I heard redundancy last night that was it was unneeded, and it was false lies. False lies. Well, doesn't that make the lies real? False lies. They're just lies. If they're false, they're lies. They're not false lies. They're just lies. So, get your book. Anytime you need to jumpstart yourself, you start going through this book again. It is going to energize you in lots of ways. And come Saturday, we're going to kick off Body Clutter. So get Body Cluttered ordered. They're on Amazon. They're on our website. Get them ordered. And we're going to address our body clutter. I've been jump starting my eating process with Low carbing it. Really low carbing it. Look how pretty these two look together. So if y'all watch my view for a little bit, I'm going to go get my questions because that was the only question I remembered. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. And maybe a dog will come and visit us. I'm back. Okay. Okay, so I got my questions here. I'm going to lean back. Maybe the view pop out again. That's Burrow Mountain you see behind us. The office is at the base of that mountain. Okay, I got my questions. Here we go. I've been doing the daily routines, zones, and missions for about a month. Yay! I work full time and have 6 kids. By the time supper is on the table, eaten, kids bathe, do routines, mission zones, it's time to go to bed. There is no family downtime. Am I doing too much? The kids do help, but I still don't know how to keep up and still have time to sit and relax a bit before bed. Is this normal? Yes, it is, because you are piling on. You're trying to do too much at one time. You need to establish these simple morning routines. 3 steps. 3 steps to your morning. Get up and get dressed to lace up shoes. Swish and swipe your bathroom. And what's for dinner? If you get those going first thing in the morning, the other things you can do along the way, and you have some fun with the kids. But you're trying to do too much, too fast because of your perfectionism. So, the kids can take a bath just before dinner. The ones that are old enough to take a bath by themselves, they can go and do that and be all clean for dinner. And sometimes you can bathe 2 kids at one time. Okay. So take some time for yourself, but you've got to learn to relax during the day. Because if you're trying to do too much and you're going constantly, and let your crock pot and your one pot and all of these things help you to save time. So 15 minutes spent putting something in your crock pot is going to keep you from having to stand in the kitchen the whole time it's cooking. Then you get the kids to set the table and you're good to go. You can set the table right after lunch. You can have a picnic outside and have lunch outside instead of messing up the house. Anytime you can, and get the kids to put their toys away every couple of hours. So that's going to keep things looking good and routines in place. Okay, next question. How do I keep up your routines how do you keep up your routines when you're ill? You can't. That's why I have a Roomba now. Can you believe it? Because I was so sick and so exhausted from being sick that it was all I could do to keep my work done on Fly Lady. That was my most important thing, and to stay focused. I don't think I missed but one video with you, even though I couldn't hardly talk. Let me try to move my microphone a little closer. You're going to have to turn your volume up because the outside noise messes with things. Anyway, let me punch this button again. Okay, so I was so sick for 3 weeks. I was sick with bronchitis, and it was miserable, just absolutely miserable. So you've got to listen to your body, but if you can get up out of bed you have to get dressed to lace up shoes. So then you can spend just 2 minutes doing something, or maybe just 1 minute. Maybe all you can do is stand for a minute and empty the dishwasher. But you've got to take it easy on yourself. Listen to your body, and it's real easy to get things back going when you're feeling better. It's called crisis cleaning 101. And crisis cleaning is quite easy. You spend 15 minutes in your kitchen, 15 minutes in your living room, and 15 minutes in your main bathroom. And then you rest for 15 minutes, and then you can go back at it again if you need to recover from being sick. So, everybody says it sounds good. What's a Roomba? It's a robot for doing floors. So when I was sick, Robert was picking up dust bunnies everywhere. He said, we see these robots for cleaning floors on TV. And he said, why don't we have one? And I said, well, we sell stuff. We sell mops and brooms and things, and I just didn't think it was right. And he said, well, honey, you've been sick. And the next thing I know, we have a Roomba at the front door. And he gets it all programmed, ready to go. And every morning at 10 o'clock, it does its thing. And we don't have dust bunnies anymore. And he empties it, and he does it himself. It's an amazing little tool. Okay, any makeup tips for women 55 and up? You don't need much. I like a powder makeup because I don't like to feel gummy. I don't like wetness on my face. And some people need to have, some people need more moisture than I do. I have not a dry skin or not an oily skin. I have regular skin, and it works pretty well for me. The main thing is, when you make up your eyes, don't put so much eyeliner on that it closes in your eyes. Go about halfway on your eyelid from the edge inward, and then fade it out to the center of your nose. And that way your eyes don't get closed in. Now, as far as makeup for my eyes and my face, eyeshadow, I put a light cover over the top of my eyelids, and then I'll do a darker on the corner and on the inside, and blend it together. And it opens up my eyes that way. And then for my little chubby face, I put my blush on in an L shape right here, in an L shape, and that it changes the lines as you see it. You can put a little highlighter here to kind of hide your double chin if you need to. But with my brother-in-law's good stuff he sent me, I'm going to stretch, this skin's going to get tightened up. I can't wait. And it's working. I got to do my before pictures before I start it. But I like it. I really like it. Okay, next question. We've had wind, and I'm having to keep all my papers together. So, okay, this was the packing tips for a plane. Uh-oh, I dropped my clip. Hold on. One of the things that happened to my sister Dina the other day, they were in Dallas, and their flight got canceled. And their bags had already been put in the hold, and it went away with the planes when they took another flight. Yes, my sister gave me those wind chimes. My sister Patty gave me those wind chimes. I love my wind chimes. Anyway, so the secret to not being stranded without a clean pair of underwear and a toothbrush is to take a change of clothes with you, a toothbrush. I like these little Colgate Wisp that you can put in your purse or put in your bag. They don't need toothpaste. You're ready to go. And then I have a little pack of face wipes. And I got a change of clothes with me all the time. It doesn't, a change of underwear. You never know when you might need to change your underwear. So, especially if you laugh like I do and sneeze a lot. So the main thing is having a small change of clothes, even if you can wear the same top if you need to, and just a pair of yoga pants. I'm in a rocking chair out on my back deck, and that's my view behind me. Didn't Robert do a good job of our little slats? The other night the cat didn't come in, and I always look out the window to see if the raccoon's out or whatever when I go to bed, and our bedroom is right there. And I looked at the rails, and the cat had his feet up on the bottom part with his head looking at me like, are you going to let me in or what? It was just funny. Okay. Next question. When should towels be put into the mix? How often do you clean your towels? Well, I use one towel for about a week. Robert does too. Sometimes Robert brings his towel outside and lets it, we don't have the air conditioner on right now, so things don't dry as well. So he brings it outside and hangs it over a chair and lets it dry. And then he'll take it back in and put it in his bathroom. So once a week is good. If you don't throw them on the floor. Put some 3M hooks on the wall, down low for the little kids and up higher for the bigger ones, and stagger them so they're not over the top of each other. I got a bird fussing. And that way you have just an amazing, it saves you a lot of laundry. You don't have to do towels every day. When you take a shower, you take a bath, your body's clean. You're just drying the excess water off. And I don't even like to use a big towel. I use a hand towel, which is about this long, and it gets me plenty dry. So you have so many mop cloths, including a little blue one that comes attached to the mop. Do they perform differently for different jobs? No, they don't. They do not. The chenille, somebody's at my door. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Hi everyone!
It's Leanne! And she, oh my! What are you doing here?
Do you know how long we've been scheming this?
No! Oh my goodness! Pull you up a chair.
Hi, baby.
That's Tulip.
Hi,
Pull
Tulip.
up this chair. I think you'll be in the shot with me.
I'll help you.
Oh my!
Somebody's here. I was laughing so hard when you said that.
Were you watching?
I was talking to Patty and Kathy. Everybody's in on it. You're the only one who doesn't know.
I'm the only one that doesn't know.
Hi, everybody.
Oh my goodness!
I love a good surprise.
She came from Colorado. Let
I
me see if
did.
I can get you on here.
I'm there. I see me.
Yeah, but I'll get us even.
Oh,
there we are.
Look at you, your little thingy. God,
Robert-
it's such a pretty day to be out here, too.
Yeah, and it's
so
the first time I've
perfect.
been out here
I
this year.
can't believe I'm here.
Where are you staying?
I'm in
She's
town.
a booker, y'all. I'm getting texts from her last night. I have a friend in Brevard.
I did, and I
have a friend in Brevard. Where's a good
Kathy
place?
said I'm watching. Kathy, we did it. Hi, everybody.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, this is great. We were just,
How long's
Patty
it
was
been?
even it's been a couple of years.
Has it been? I think it's been longer. How long have you been in Colorado?
2.5 years. So it was just before we moved.
Oh my
It was
goodness!
just before my mom passed.
Mm.
So. We ride again. Look at all the love we're getting. We're getting some love.
Oh my goodness!
Hi. Okay, I saw people. Hi. Hey. Hi, guys.
Wow.
Yeah, wasn't that a good one?
Eh.
And did you see my post on Facebook?
No,
I love surprises.
You're not right. You are not
I
right.
am so funny. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Had to do it.
she is not right, y'all. I have my cane. I'm liable to whoop her.
There might be some whooping going on.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
Good surprise! Yay!
are you by yourself?
Huh?
Are
Yeah,
you-
I'm by myself.
When did you get
I
here?
snuck in Wednesday night. I got here Wednesday night, and I was hoping you were going to do it earlier because I've been dying to come over and see you, but I had to crash your party.
Oh,
I needed this recorded.
oh my goodness, Tulip, you're just
Hi guys!
wow.
Isn't this so fun?
She knows I'm upset. So
Aw, Tulip, you know what? She's happy. We're happy.
yeah.
What a sweet tulip you are.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, oh my goodness, y'all. This is. I don't know how y'all all did it, but you have
Hi,
totally
Liz.
surprised me. Leanne and I. She almost moved here.
I
once.
did.
We
I was-
looked at houses
Oh, I
like
know.
crazy.
I was wondering. One was around here. Remember
Yeah,
from
as
that
you come
lure?
up the mountain, yeah.
on Knob or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's here. We're going to take advantage of her being here. Tulip, you're going to have
Someone
to
just
move.
said just in time for body clutter.
Exact-
Well, I'm leaving on Saturday, but that doesn't matter. We can still talk about it, right?
Yeah, I told him to get the book ordered. We wrote this book, and we're really proud. It
Yes.
was a New York Times bestseller.
8 weeks, guys.
It was a lot of weeks.
A lot of weeks.
And they fought us tooth and
Oh,
nail.
they did.
Oh, they did not want it to come out in
Nope.
January.
Nope.
They didn't. I said, you can't compete with Dr. Oz.
Yep. Well,
And we
did.
said, we don't care.
Yep.
It needs to
Okay,
come
Brenda.
out in January. So, and we had self-published this book, and people loved it.
2005.
Yep, 2000. It was a black and white book,
Yeah.
and we debuted it in Baltimore, and it was a fun time had by all. And then it was doing really well, and people said, what is
Yes.
that book? And it got picked up. We got to interview 6 or 7
different
publishers.
Yeah.
And we ended up with Simon and Schuster, and they published it. And
The rest is history.
yes, it is. And I don't know if I've told you, but we did the audio on it,
Yeah.
but it's ours.
Yes.
Yes, but our agent is trying to sell it to Audible.
Oh, she is.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
We'll see.
Would we lose the rights though, or she's just trying to get it in there?
Well, she's just she's gonna.
Louis love Michelle. She knows
Yeah,
what
she
she's
she knows what she's doing. She says there's a market for it, so she's
There
doing
is a market
sync
for it.
reflections.
and we've
the ca-
already done it.
Yeah, and well, they will want to redo it.
Well, okay, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
We'll
that'd
have
be
another
fun, yeah.
adventure. Yay!
Yeah, so you can download our version that's on our website.
Yeah,
and
definitely do because
we
put
read
our heart
it.
and soul into
we
that.
did, but I've learned
Remember
a lot.
scallops?
Yes, she taught me how to read, y'all. She taught me how to
Yeah.
read, so it was just quite an ordeal for me to read my own book. My new book, The Chaos Cure, we had a producer, and then we also had an in-house engineer that was my nephew.
You did it in Hickory, right?
No, I did it in Brevard at the office.
Oh, well, that
we have a
works.
studio.
I know that. I've been there.
Yeah, we have a studio, and so we did. It took what was supposed to take 2 days took me 4 days because when you write your own book, you know how to say the words, and nobody else has to know. You don't have to go get you some water.
I will. I know where it is. I'm gonna go get some water, people.
She'll be back.
I'll be right back.
She'll be right back.
Yay!
So I'm gonna answer a couple more
You
questions.
like this?
Well, apparently, I have an attitude. Yeah, we've always had an
I know
attitude.
that's right. I'm gonna go get some water.
You got a water bottle? The
No, I didn't.
glasses are above the coffee machine.
What do you think, Tulip? Robert knew too, by the way.
Robert knew?
Yes, everybody did. Everybody except you, and we managed to keep it from you.
Oh my goodness. Everybody kept this secret from me. Every person in my life kept this secret. I don't know what to think about that. So back to the mop cloths. the mop comes with a little flat microfiber cloth, but then when you get the pack, you get 2 of these chenilles cloths, and then there's some bright blue ones on there, which we don't have that extra large mop anymore. But guess what? They still work on this mop. They're just a little bit wider. That's all it is. And those things they have a sale price on them. And then we have the rubber broom, the different mop cloths. There's really not much difference in them. Really not much difference. I don't know where you're going to put the water. Maybe
On my lap.
Okay,
good.
you good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at you.
Loki's not feeling well.
He's getting older.
Yeah, he's old. And Tulip likes to clean his eye cooties. I know. She just knows he's sick, I think.
Someone's asking if this is your view. Yes, it is. She's got a glorious
This is
view.
my view. We have a little tiny house with $1 million view.
And a tree house.
And Robert has a tree house. I think I've done the show in the
Have
tree.
you?
Yeah, before.
Good.
I did a bunch of our videos for Christmas in the tree house. Okay, so they want to know, you have so many rags. Are they just different beautiful colors? Are they different types of fabric and compositions for different jobs? They're just a different color. They're all our microfiber cloths that are
fantastic.
purple and silver is what we've got now. We used to have bronze, but we got purple and silver, and we did 12 in a package, little ones, mini ones, hot pink, to clean our face with. So I'm going to put the questions down, and we're going to talk about body clutter.
You think?
So Saturday is the first of the month, and that's when we're going to be talking about drinking our water. That's our habit for the month.
Yup.
My quote for tomorrow is to start out your day in the bathroom and have a cup in your bathroom, and you drink 2 cups of water. Just about 12 ounces, because you can't fill a cup all the way up. So you get about 6 ounces in each cup, about 12 ounces of water, and that jump starts your day
Yeah, it does.
in such a wonderful way, because it primes the pump.
And the science is behind that, by the way.
Is
the
it?
science tells it
Can
wakes
y'all
your
hear
brain
her
up.
okay?
Can you hear me okay? Oh, they can hear me fine, right?
Okay.
You guys can hear me fine. Yeah. I
If
speak
not,
now.
I can move this.
You're
mic-
fine.
Hold that.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
Let me put
I'm
it-
putting it over here.
Put
See,
it.
you guys can hear me, right?
Thumbs up. Okay.
Okay. Somebody's asking about what's the content of body clutter.
The table of contents.
Yeah. Well, the content. So it's basically about our journey. We both lost 52 pounds,
Yes.
and it's about just what understanding what body clutter, what we're sitting on is
It's real-
about because it's up here.
Yeah, it's all about it. There's this app they're advertising now. I don't know the name of the app, but they're changing the mind
Oh, yeah.
in the process. And what we did is we went through the whys and the hows of what happens
Yep.
in your mind, what causes you to use food as what is it? Use food
Yeah, use food
as
as a
pun-
coping mechanism, really,
and punishment too.
and punishment for you.
There's
Yeah,
just-
however you do it.
So here's the
Yeah.
table of contents. Food, the ultimate weapon of self-destruction. I can't have macaroni and cheese in my house. Not now, not ever. Not at all. Although at Christmas time, I made a big Pyrex dish full of macaroni and cheese, and I showed the ladies how to make a white sauce and make the cheese sauce and put it over the macaroni and then put the sprinkle of breadcrumbs
Did
on.
you eat it?
It got to be a science project in my refrigerator, and I didn't eat a drop of it.
Good for you.
That was
Yeah.
quite a success for me. Where's the cure? No, there is a cure.
So
See,
why
this
is
is
it so
why.
hard?
Why is it so hard? Chapter 3: the hidden and not so hidden realities of body clutter.
Yeah, so you've got the reality of body clutter that you can't hide because you can't hide your butt, right? And then you have the hidden stuff that's in your head.
And then you have the stuff that's in the car when you can't get your seatbelt fastened. That
Ooh.
is, if you sit in the back seat, seatbelts back there are smaller, and it's embarrassing. Next chapter, chapter 4, excuses, excuses. We've all made them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll start at the first of the week. Oh, I'll start the first of next month.
Only a Monday.
Only on Monday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pig out this weekend.
Yeah.
Chapter 5, forgiveness. This is probably
Hard.
it's hard, but it's probably the best chapter in the book, because
Cathartic.
when we went through it, we
were
had to
bawling.
deal. Oh, I mean, when we wrote this chapter, and this book revolves around I'll speak, she'll speak, I'll speak, and it's our different voices, and we do the same thing in the audio.
Mm-hmm.
So that forgiveness chapter is big, big. I know I was talking with my nephew Ben, who's in prison this week, and he called to tell me what something wonderful happened in one of the groups he facilitates. And he had told this man that didn't want to be in his group to write a letter to his younger self.
Nice.
And he did it, and it really changed the way. What was that? Probably UPS or the mail person. So forgiveness is a big deal. Once we can
Huge.
forgive ourselves, it's just things change in our lives.
Completely.
We let go of the guilt. It all goes away.
There it is.
Okay.
Baby steps.
Baby steps are the key to everything. Every single thing in your life. Baby steps are
So
the key.
true. It's the consistency.
And doing baby steps, it's little increments. You don't have to start full bore to accomplish something. You just take these small steps. I started to say small little baby steps, but that's redundant, y'all. We just take the baby steps, and you do one right after the other, and you establish habits. Some of the habits that we established, and this was so funny when we were learning about ourselves and learning about body clutter.
Probably squirrel throwing acorns or something.
Nope, it's a man in my yard.
There's a man in your yard?
Yeah, I think he's probably checking our fuel.
Oh, he
Gas.
is. He is. Okay.
Okay, that was different.
There was a man in the yard. Okay.
So, but we would meet each other in Charlotte or Nashville or wherever we were.
We were at the time. Yeah.
Wherever we were. And we learned if we had something on our plate that we weren't supposed to eat, we would cover it in salt.
Oh, we did. We did all kinds of terrible things.
Salt is one of my favorite
Yeah.
things. And then if we had a dessert, we would share a dessert, but we would only take one bite.
Yep.
Then we would click our forks together, drop them on the floor, and then pick them back up and put them on the table, and
Yep.
we wouldn't.
We wouldn't touch it again, and we'd put salt on. Extra careful. We'd put salt on the dessert as well.
We put hot sauce too
Oh,
if it was
do
on
whatever.
the table. We
Yeah,
did.
We were terrible. We were like two little kids at
It
a
was just-
restaurant.
But she cooked most of the time,
Yeah, and
and
she
I
went
ate out. But we both did it at the same pace.
and we
because-
adjusted accordingly.
And because we were both eating low carb,
Mm-hmm.
because it was you built the low carb menu mailer for me
I
when
did.
I was sick, and my doctor, who was her friend,
Mm-hmm.
put me on a 30 grams a day
Yep.
low carb diet. Now we've learned a lot since then. So tell us about the
Intermittent fasting.
intermittent fasting and the auxiliary to this book.
Okay.
This book has legs, by the way.
Yeah.
But we have learned a lot in the last 15 years.
So yeah, and when I went through the book, because we were originally, what we were going to do was have our publisher update the book, but the publisher wasn't interested, and we said, so big deal, we are, and we're going to do it ourselves, and we know that the ladies who've read it in the first place are going to want to have an update. So when I was doing my research, this is the thing that floored me, because I was going through the whole meals thing. And the problem, that's the guy backing up. The problem with having, very mini meals, which was a big thing at the time, it was developed by male bodybuilders who were eating to 8,000 calories a day, and that was the only way they could get it all in. So they were trying to build muscle. And so the health industry took it over. And see, that wasn't all out. And the research just came out on that. And then they started talking about how really bad this is for your blood sugar, help this, blah, 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 blah. You know, honestly, when I read all of this, I was like, okay, well, I get why it worked at the beginning because we just changed our carbs.
Yeah.
But I also get why it stopped working too. So that is in the book. We have a whole update on that.
So now we do intermittent fasting, and that's the way my body wants to work. I don't get hungry till 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and sometimes I'm not even hungry then until we go to dinner. And I'm not, because I'm drinking my water, I'm keeping my tummy full, and if I get a little burning sensation, I take an Alka-Seltzer Plus. You know,
and it goes away. You know, hunger isn't, forever with you and isn't going to make you forever miserable. It goes away. It comes in waves.
And when we wrote this book, one of the things I talked about in there was going to Overeaters Anonymous a long time ago. And that was the only thing that ever clicked before for me, because you listen to your body. And we don't know what a hunger pain is anymore. And now I do.
Yeah. That's so important because we have learned to always be stuffing so much food in our mouths on a constant level that we have not felt hunger in years. And that's a big mistake because there's 2 reasons why. One is that it ruins our appetite mechanism, and it makes it so that we can't really, control that. And then there's 2 hormones. They're called the hunger hormones. One's called ghrelin. I call it the gremlin because it's always going, grr, grr, you're hungry, you're hungry, you're hungry. And then the other is leptin, which will control your appetite. If you're constantly eating, your leptin and ghrelin are way out of whack and out of balance, and you're just constantly, the gremlin is getting you.
The more you eat, the more you want to eat.
Yeah.
And it becomes a habit then.
Yeah, bad habit.
And we can stop bad habits. Now, when you feel that hunger pain and you think it's hunger, you need to ask yourself these questions. If you get angry or lonely or tired, it's called HALT. Am I hungry? Am I angry? Because sometimes we go to the refrigerator and eat because we're angry. Am I lonely? Am I tired? Or am I just plain old thirsty?
Yep.
Drink up, ladies.
Water. Ooh, there's a bug on me. Not anymore. Okay. I saw somebody was saying that they had just brought their carbs down to 30 a day, less than 30 a day.
That's
and
a good level.
gotten rid of their diabetes, type 2 diabetes. So, yeah, it works, right? There it is.
Okay. Got to make things go away because I get all these things popping up. That's why I have the stick. So the chapter 7 is building your routines.
Critical.
Chapter 8 is food. So many people don't know what's in their food. They have no clue. And they don't know how to read labels. So we teach you how to read labels. We teach you how to look for carbs and fiber, because you've got to have fiber. And sometimes all you need is a little handful, and I mean a handful of nuts. That's it. When we did
count them out.
we would do 11 almonds. And now I've taught you how to roast pecans in your oven so that they don't get nasty, and you can do it in an hour. Right? We kind of perfected the recipe.
Just low temperature.
It's
so
300 degrees. And then you put them on a cookie sheet, or I use an old pizza pan, and 20 minutes, stir them, 20 minutes, stir them, and then turn the oven off and let them coast for 20 minutes.
Ta-da!
You got roasted almonds, and that not almonds, but pecans. And then if you like pecans, all you got to eat is like 10 to keep enough fiber going in your body.
Yeah, and there's an interesting mechanism too, that your body needs a moment, just to, if you think, oh, I'd really like seconds, or I'd really like, really like a little bit more. If you give yourself 10 minutes after you've eaten
Mm-hmm.
whatever, you know, that desire usually goes away.
Because the gremlin
The
gets
gremlins
the
calm down.
gremlin gets calmed down.
Yeah.
So if you eat too fast, and which that is one
I'm
of my
totally
problems.
bad at that.
Just
Yeah.
I am too, but it's got the food has to go down, hit the stomach, and then the stomach has to tell the head you're
Yeah.
full.
Yeah, that takes a minute.
It takes a while, but if you can redirect your mind for a little bit to talking to a friend or reading a book or just saying I'm going to wait 5 minutes and drink some more water or some unsweet tea.
Mindfulness.
Yes, it's being in the moment.
You could do cashews, yes. Just 10 nuts, whatever nuts you want to do. And remember, peanuts are not a nut; they're a legume.
Well, what about people who are allergic to nuts? I saw that
Yeah,
go by.
if you're allergic to nuts, then skip it. You know, I would say just skip it. If you could do a little string cheese or something like that. But here's the thing you want to get into, and you'll see this in the updated version, by the way, of Body Clutter.
It's not the whole book. It's just
It's just the updated. So if you have this, it's super helpful. But it gives you all the updates and all of it. And plus, in the mindful, I added stuff in the attitude stuff that wasn't even a part of my thinking. So there's some good stuff in there, I think. But what were we talking about?
we were talking about food and labels and things, and
food,
people not
yeah.
knowing how
My
much
thing
sugar is in things.
Exactly. And as far as snacks are concerned, if you can not snack, all the better.
Mm-hmm.
We need to train ourselves to go like 4 to 5 hours between meals if we can.
Now, the next one is moving. We've just gone through moving in May. So we're getting our exercise on. I'm going up and down the steps in the basement.
Good.
I haven't been real good at it since I was sick, but I've been
You will.
trying to do. I'll get better.
And,
Yes.
and I have a 4-minute. I put it in the update.
I'm
a
calling it
four-
an auxiliary.
An auxiliary. Oh, the auxiliary.
Yes.
But there's a 4-minute workout that you can find on YouTube by Dr. Josh. Zach Bush is his name. He's a doctor. 4 minutes. And it hits 16 muscle groups, and it's the same as if you had done HIIT training. It's
Wow.
unbelievable. I'm going to show you how to do it because I'm going to make Marla start doing it.
Okay. So moving,
Yep.
just 15 minutes. That's all you got to do. Maybe only 4 minutes, but who knows?
Or do that.
Or work it up to and then attitude. I mean, we've gone through intervals. We've gone through a lot of
all the
things.
things.
You just have to move. You know, walk down to your mailbox and back. Walk around the block with the kids. It's just moving. And walking is one of the best ways. Attitude. That attitude. We tell ourselves we can't do it. That's our perfectionism. We want to lose all the weight right now. We want to go into some place and just have them peel it off of us. Just peel it right off.
Yes, please.
And it doesn't
Doesn't
happen that
happen,
way.
no.
We didn't gain it in a day, and it's not going to go away in a overnight. So we've got to be good to ourselves. So we've got to change our attitude. Now, here's the one that my sister Patty hates. She hates us talking about bathroom stuff.
Talk
But-
about it all.
Yeah. Your bathroom, the scale and the plumbing. You know what I'm talking about. Because I weigh every day. I know, I can tell when I'm starting to, Robert taught me this because he weighs every day. So if he weighs like a pound heavier than he did the day before, he won't have any dessert, or he'll eat a little bit lighter at dinner. And it just blows me away that he can do that. But watch a skinny person eat sometimes.
Yeah, that's how they work. Yeah, they've got it down. They know exactly. It's almost like they intuitively know what to do. And
But
our
he-
intuitiveness is broken.
No, yeah, it is. So I've watched him actually do this, and it's just, and he cuts small pieces of food. Small pieces of food.
Not me. Terrible.
And like he'll cut a piece of sushi in half.
No, that whole thing goes in my mouth.
Exactly. And so he cuts the piece of sushi in half, sometimes thirds, and I'm just like,
No.
well, I take the chopsticks, dip it in the soy sauce with wasabi, and it's gone.
That's gone.
Um,
It is the best time to weigh is first thing in the morning naked after you pee. Somebody just asked when the best time.
That's when I weigh. First
Yeah.
thing in the morning.
Yeah.
And you get your exact weight. We discussed plateaus in chapter 12.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Now, the plumbing, some of the problems when we don't lose weight, it's because, as my Mama Louise used to say, you're stove up, honey.
I love it.
You're stove up.
You're stove up.
So you've gotten a little constipated, and we teach you how those nuts and getting more
Fiber.
green vegetables in your diet.
Mm-hmm.
So, one of the things I have found that I absolutely love these days, and I crave it, is cucumbers in a vinegar.
Oh, they're good.
And I think it changes your whole pH with the vinegar.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just, I crave that vinegar salad.
It's good.
And
I like a little red onion with that.
oh yeah. Red onion and some peppers and all kinds of good stuff in it. And you've got this great salad. Sometimes we go to the Chinese restaurant and they have this on the salad bar.
The salad with the and they've got the seaweed in it too.
I can't. They put honey in.
Oh, they do.
Yeah,
That's
I
too
can't
bad.
have that.
I love that.
Can't have that. Okay, let's see. We got 5 more minutes. The anger and fear and food. No, we missed plateaus. Plateaus.
Let's talk about them.
Well, plateaus discourage you, but we have to let go of the plateaus. We have to let go of the plateaus and not let them bother us, just like the number on the scale.
Do you go over? We should talk about sugar.
Oh, yeah, sugar.
Because that is such a. It is.
Did you read the book, The Case Against Sugar?
Oh, yeah.
This is an amazing
Phenomenal.
book. It's all about the politics of sugar and how sugar got literally crammed down our throats because we
They
used
lied
to not.
to us.
And it was the sugar lobby.
Yep.
So reading that book helps you know sugar is more addictive than cocaine.
It is. And they've done brain scans showing people on sugar and showing people on heroin, and the brain scan looks exactly the same. It stimulates those same parts of the brain, and it stimulates that same addiction. It's terrible. Anyway, but yeah, you can get off of it. There's a lot of different things that you can do, but basically it's kind of a cold turkey thing. You can take L-glutamine, plain L-glutamine, you can find it anywhere, and just take it plain, put it on your teeth like this. I learned this from a psychiatrist who was an addiction specialist, and it works for all kinds of addictions. And L-glutamine is just a plain old amino acid. It's really simple, and I mean, I'm a believer. It also fills your gut. Ooh.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. All right. Plateaus. Plateaus are a good testing ground too, don't you think? It keeps you true to yourself, and it also gives you an opportunity to look and say, hey, you know.
But if you're not keeping a food diary,
Right.
your plateaus are going to slip up on you, and you're going to say, well, I've been sticking to everything. And then when you look back at your food diary, it tells the truth.
Yeah, that does.
Because you might have had
It will
one
rat
bite
you
of banana pudding or one. But what we learned in a book called Why We Get Fat.
Gary Taubes, Taubes. Read it.
It's a powerful. The Fitness Pal app has a flaw in it. It will take your data and sell it.
Oh,
So,
gosh.
yeah, my doctor told me to get the Fitness Pal, and they got hacked, and
Whoa.
I deleted it. So be careful with apps.
Yeah.
Be very careful with apps.
And always look at the settings and see if you can't adjust, your privacy settings. I always do that.
Okay, so with the where we at plateaus. So keeping a food diary, and guess what? Your calendar
There it is.
is big enough to write your food stuff
Oh, that's a good idea.
on it.
Yep.
It's big enough. You could get one just for charting your weight and keeping your food diary on,
Such a good idea.
just to keep it with you at all times. And we have the mini calendars now. I don't have one to show you, but I just posted a video about it.
Cool.
But they're exactly like our big calendar.
What a good idea.
It's just a miniature version, and it fits in your purse. So we've got plateaus, but you can't cheat. If you cheat, what happens? If you cheat, then your insulin comes out, and everything you've eaten just prior to that is stored.
And portions are really important, especially because we have this notion that we think, well, it's healthy, you know. So I had lunch at the kitchen today. You told me about it last night.
I used to work with the chef
Jenny.
there.
I know, so good. And I had this wonderful chopped salad that they have with some chicken on it. And it was enormous. So it's healthy, and I'm just sitting there going, but then I got full, and I thought, you know what? Even though it's healthy, stop eating.
They're asking about diet sugars. Splenda. We say no.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something. This is important, especially anybody who has any kind of a sugar thing or whatever, and you think you can do a fake sugar, even stevia, even monk fruit. There's this thing called sugar dysregulation, and stevia is okay, but the problem that we have is your body tastes sweet and says, okay, that's sweet, even though you don't have the chemistry going. And so what we have to do is wean ourselves off sweet. So start with the stevia. Get rid of the Splenda for sure. Start with stevia. Start with monk fruit, whatever. But that's great. Trulubia or whatever that stuff. No. That stuff is part stevia and a bunch of other crap that we don't even know what it is because it's their, formula.
I weaned myself
Don't.
off of 2 teaspoons of sugar in my coffee.
Yep.
By using different size spoons.
Mm-hmm.
Changing the spoon size, and I
And
finally
she
got
used to have pudding.
Oh, that's what Robert called it, was pudding. So we can handle things if we will just keep our food diaries.
Exactly.
Food diaries let us know and you got to be honest. If you're not honest on these food diaries, you are lying to yourself.
Yeah.
And you don't want to do that. You've decided you're going to address the body clutter in your life, and you're going to do it with a fun way, and we can help you. We can help you. So the last 2 chapters is the anger and fear and food.
And how they all tie together.
It's just a vicious cycle. And you've got to stop running around that tree or that refrigerator. you just got to let go of it. And, stop your celebrations from being all around food. Mm-hmm. You can do other things. Like I was talking to my hairdresser yesterday. They're going to Prague.
Nice.
For Christmas.
Fabulous.
The kids are grown. They're not married yet, and they're going to Prague. How wonderful. And
fabulous.
Just to do something a little, you change things up. And when you go on vacation, you can enjoy your time. But we've been to Seattle, and we pigged out in Seattle for a whole weekend and still lost weight.
We did, and I remember, I will never forget that one meal that we had where they had eggs Benedict with salmon. Mm-hmm. And we just said, leave the muffin
English
off.
muffin, yeah.
So we got the poached egg, the hollandaise, and the
Copper River salmon.
Oh.
It was just amazing.
And we had that in the morning, and you know what happened? It was into the evening. We both said we're just not hungry. We had that one meal that day.
The protein satiates you.
Yeah, and
like
so does the fat.
Mm-hmm. People, we've been told all our lives that you have to eliminate fat from your diet.
Yeah, it's
wrong.
Well,
fat helps our brain.
Totally. And hormones. Your hormones cannot function without fat.
Right.
So we have somebody asking what sweetener instead. She's diabetic. You could go stevia, and you can go with a little monk fruit. But as you wean, that would be better than doing anything. And no honey in moderation. No, I would say no honey at all. Honey is really high.
I'm allergic to honey, so
yeah, and it's tough.
It's
you could
super
use a little
sweet.
Honey when people put honey in a whole cup of tea or something, I just freak out.
That's how I realized I was allergic.
Oh, well, that would do it.
Yeah. Yep.
It's way too much sugar. It's still sugar, guys. That's the thing. It's still sugar. Your body reads it as sugar.
I knew somebody, all she drank was Diet Cokes.
Yeah.
And she would drink a Diet Coke. She didn't eat a whole lot. She'd drink a Diet Coke And the next thing you know, she's almost in a diabetic coma because her sugar drops down into her shoes. Her sugar, the insulin, drops her sugar so low because her body was fooled into thinking it had been given sugar.
There it is, sugar dysregulation.
Can't do it. You can't do it.
Yeah.
And so the last chapter is, if you don't do it, who will? Yes, we love Kerrygold butter.
Love it. Unsalted. Get the unsalted.
It is wonderful. I buy it 20 pounds at a time
I love that stuff.
on Amazon. And it comes in an insulated pack.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I get it at Trader Joe's because I live by.
I don't grocery shop, and
I
Robert
know
would
you do.
Robert wouldn't pay for it.
Men look at it and go, "Well, what's wrong with just regular butter?" And
Nothing,
no, it needs to
nothing
be the
like
grass-fed.
Kerrygold. Nothing
Yeah,
like Kerrygold. So I
absolutely.
cook with it. I have both kinds in there, and my son swears by Kerrygold and coffee,
Yeah, bulletproof.
bulletproof coffee.
That's my friend
He
Dave
said-
Asprey.
He said, "Mom, I don't even have to use chapstick." So
Yeah.
there are some benefits.
Yep.
There are some benefits to what we're going to do in June.
Yeah.
And it's worked. We just have to get back in the habit of doing it. That's all you got to do.
And we're going to.
What is bulletproof Google it.
This
Bulletproof coffee.
My friend Dave Asprey is the originator of it, and it used to be yak butter. And now it's Kerrygold unsalted butter and MCT oil, medium chain triglyceride oil blended together, and people will do that instead of doing breakfast. You know? So
You drink your
and
breakfast
there's
in a
good
cup.
things about it, and there's some things about it that I take with a big fat grain of pink Himalayan salt.
So, folks, we're going to start on Saturday. We can do this.
Yeah, we can. We are going to do it. And really smart idea, get yourself an accountability partner.
Yes.
If you're on the Fly Lady group, just ask somebody, hey, who will be my accountability partner, and swap information and go for it. We're going to do it.
Yep.
That's
we're going
how
to
we
message.
did it before.
Yes.
We are going to do this, okay? Who's with me? Yay! Here comes the love. Look, we're
Oh,
getting the
yeah.
love. Yep. So fun.
I haven't seen Kerrygold in British Columbia. It's there.
Oh. Yeah, Canada has a hard time getting Kerrygold. Is
Oh,
my
really?
understanding, yeah.
It's because they have a big tariff on any milk products coming into their
Oh, there
country
it is.
from. They had a 300% tariff on our milk products going into the country.
Well, I know, and this is also Ireland.
Yeah.
Okay, but just look, you know what? Look for grass-fed butter. You can find stuff in the countryside. You can find, I mean, there's constantly stuff out there. Just find yourself some good grass-fed butter. There you go.
Liz, start a thread on our Facebook page
Oh,
where
there it
people
is.
can match up
Good idea.
and find, do you want a body clutter buddy?
There it is.
Body clutter buddies, and y'all can match up. You can message each other daily with Facebook Messenger, and you can do this together because it keeps you accountable.
Yep,
Knowing that you got to talk to your friend and say, okay,
there it is.
yeah, what?
Oh, and somebody else was asking where to get the update. You can get it at Saving Dinner. I don't think it's up yet, but
It will
should
be.
Also, for people who get our
SavingDinner.com.
dinner answers, anybody who gets it for a year, we give it to you free.
Oh,
So there. Whee!
so she developed the low carb menu mailer, the low
I
carb
know.
saving.
Yeah.
What was the book? Was Saving Dinner
the
low carb?
way.
Yeah,
Don't you have that on? In the
I
Fly
think
Shop?
it's. I don't know how many copies we have, but it's still on
Yeah.
Amazon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you can get that book.
Yeah.
What update? Leanne has updated
I've updated
our
this
body
book.
clutter book
Yeah.
with all the things we've learned in the last 15 years, but it's not in this book. It's in an auxiliary pamphlet,
It's an ebook.
which is 45 pages.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, yeah. I sent it to you.
Yes, it's 45 pages, so you can print it out
Yeah.
or you can upload it to your Kindle, whatever you want to do. You can it's a PDF.
Yeah, it's a PDF. I would print it out because there's places to write stuff in there too.
It never hurts. And we have a body clutter control journal
All
on
the
our
things.
website, and then she's got the Saving Dinner low carb book on Amazon. So there you have it. What that was.
Yes, I have a Saving Dinner. I do. If you go to youtube.com/Saving Dinner, there I am. I haven't done any videos forever though. So everything there, I'm 50 pounds heavier. Oh well.
Oh well.
Oh well.
I'll see y'all later.
Bye, everyone.
She surprised me.
Love you guys.
Bye.